Right, it is that time again. We have the best shooting guards tier list in the game. So if you're excited, that like button down below. And if you want to check out the point guards, which we have already ranked, it'll be in the link in the description down below, so you can check it out and have some fun. Now, before we fully get into the tier list, we do have a message from the sponsor of today's video, so let's check that out real quick. Alright, now that that is out of the way, we can start off how we always do with the tier list, showing you everybody in the hard pass tier all at once. Now, these are some cards that I think actually most of them I've used, and I'm just not really too big of a fan of them. David Wesley, I mean, he's like a 6-foot shooting guard. Yeah, he's got a fast release, but I'm not impressed with him at all. I just don't feel like there's a reason to use him. There's a lot of shorter shooting guards that I think are amazing. David Wesley just isn't one of them. Darrell Griffith, why would you use this Emerald after you get the Ruby and then the Diamond for free? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense. Andre Robertson is absolutely insane defensively. Like, if we ranked this tier list on just defensive presence, Andre Robertson is a demon. He is, I would say, honestly, the best defender that is on this entire tier list. But he is so bad offensively. Like, he gives you so little on the offensive end that there's just really not a point to use him, which sucks because he actually came in clutch in my domination. But yeah, he's definitely down in the nothing special tier. Evan Fournier, yeah, you get the Sapphire for the promo, but his normal cards, like, there's a Ruby in the token market. Like, why would you use this when you can just get the Ruby? I don't know. James Harden's cool. We were all excited first day. He was actually pretty good day one of my team, but I just don't feel like there's too much reason to use him anymore. We have a lot of good shooting guards. He's just not one of them. Doug Collins basically has the Draymond Green jumper, but just isn't as good as Draymond Green. I just don't really see a reason to use him. Allen Iverson, there's a new diamond now, and this one just really didn't jump out to me as anything too special. Just meh. And Mario Ellie may have the worst jump shot that I have used so far in 2K22. I don't know what it is about it, but this Mario Ellie was laying up bricks. He looked like Westbrook in the playoffs. It was terrible. Oh man, it was a struggle to get him evoed up because he literally wouldn't make it. So yeah, he's down to nothing special tier, and honestly, below everybody else. I don't even know why I have him on the list. Actually, I put him on the list because I hated him. Now we can start off our still decent tier, where we're starting off with Morris Peterson. He's cool, 6'7", but now he's just nothing special. He used to be a 6'9" demigod at the toe, and it was so fun, and now he's instantly, magically, just with a snap of their fingers, shrunk 2 inches, and it just doesn't make sense. He's still a good card. I'm just not a huge fan of the jumper. His badges are like meh, just all around just didn't feel amazing when I was using him. Next up is Mon Ginobili, and again, jumper was just so underwhelming to me. I just wasn't able to really get it going with Manu. I did do his XP challenges, and I did do whatever I could to make him fun, but it just wasn't my cup of tea. If you have fun with Manu and you're absolutely killing it with him, I'm happy for you. Have fun with it, but for me personally, just wasn't really anything crazy. Next up is the Sapphire Kobe Bryant. Again, another pretty good card that just kind of was mad to me when I was using it. I was excited. It's a free Kobe. Like, come on. But it didn't really hit the same for me. It was kind of upsetting. Next up is this Sapphire Dwayne Wade. Again, he's cool, but just nothing special. I think they have a lack of quick first step, and you can't even add it to him, so he just doesn't feel as good slashing as you want him to be. His defense is meh. His shooting is kind of meh. Just all around, he's meh. But he's not, I guess, on these levels here. Next up is the Ruby Darrell Griffith. Obviously, if the Emerald is down here, the Ruby's just a slight tier up. I personally am just not a fan of this Darrell Griffith. I just haven't been too interested in doing the challenges for him because I think he's a bit overrated with how good he's playing. But all around is a alright card, good slasher, but to me, nothing special. Next up is Sapphire Cade Cunningham, who was, I'm not gonna lie, my MVP for like the first few hours of my team when 2K22 dropped. But I feel like now there's just not a lot of reason to use him. His jumper feels a bit slow. His defense can be exploited. I love him. I think he's pretty fun. And I'll always respect him dropping like 40 a game in the first like few games of domination to carry the squad. But at this point, I think he's just in the still decent tier. Next up is Jim Jackson, who just didn't dunk. Like, bro, your XP challenge is to get dunks, and you just decided, yeah, no, thank you. I'm just not going to do that, and it quite upset me. His jumper's alright, but I just don't think he's anything too special. As soon as I finished his not XP challenges, his Evo, I immediately put him back away, never to be seen again. Next up is Diamond Marquise Johnson, a card that I was lucky enough to grace, I guess, my team, and he's alright. He's alright. He's nothing other than alright. He's a cool card. He can be a fun card. I mean, he's kind of like meant to be like that point forward, that like secondary ball handler that you have on the team, which is cool. But his jumper is just a little weird, man. It's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's just not, I don't know what you want to see. He kind of has that like Dominique jumper that they've been giving recently. It's like jump shot 8. It's just, I don't know, for some people it's easy to time, but I've just noticed when he's actually on the court, I'm not really hitting shots as consistently as I want to, and he just feels a bit clunky when he's actually on the court because the dribble style is just like, all around, I'm just not a fan. Next up is my man Anthony Simons, who I was so excited to get, and then I just wasn't impressed with. His jumper is just really slow. He wasn't really getting to the basket and doing dunks that I wanted to. Just all around, I wasn't having a good time with him. And it was really upsetting because I was excited. You know, dunk contest champion, go out there and just absolutely crazy on his sticks, and it didn't happen, which again was a little bit disappointing. Next up is Jordan Poole, who is a Kent Bazemore jump shot guy, and I just had so much fun with this Jordan Poole, but in the grand scheme of things, I know that he's nothing crazy. His jumper is absolutely money. I love that Kent Bazemore base this year. I don't know why, but it is gorgeous, so I can't wait for a nice three-point shooting Big Z. All around was good, but just didn't have the stats and badges to back himself up into higher tiers. Next up is Randy Whitman. This guy, Randy, my man, is an absolute god. I don't know what it was about Randy, but he was just so money. Like, I was hitting every single shot with him, even with set shot 6, but he's clunky, man. He has the power dribble style. It just was not amazing. But he has silver clamps and silver pick dodger along with his shooting badges, which is awesome. And he can kind of slash the basket a little bit, but for a shooting guard, he's kind of slow, which is why he's down here in the still decent tier, even though I had an absolute blast using him. Starting off our pretty damn solid tier is Victor Oladipo. You know we're getting out Oladipo. A jumper. It's a little slow, but easy to time and good defense. I mean, like, that's the standard Victor Oladipo card. He's a solid shooting guard. Is he a card that I'm going to recommend you go out and get right now? No, but he's definitely real good. Next up is Paul Westphal, and he's just one of those Ray Allen base shooting guards. But if I'm being honest, we got quite a few Ray Allen base cards in the game right now, and I would say that Westphal is kind of one of the weaker ones, as sad as that sounds, I guess. Yeah, he's fun, but what else is he doing for us? Not really too sure. Defense is all right, but, I mean, we have Allen Houston, who you get from the collector level. You got Jerry Lucas, Dale Ellis, Kawhi Leonard, Ray Allen himself, Bradley Beal, even Muggsy Bogues has a Ray Allen jumper. There's so many cards that just have that base that I don't really know if I'm picking Westphal over, you know, maybe a Kawhi to play my 3, or even Token Market getting Dale Ellis. Just personal opinion there. Next up is my man Junior Bridgman, beautiful slasher and amazing stats card. Just a little meh. He's basically everything that this Sapphire Kobe was trying to be, but better. Has that Kobe Bryant base and is nice. His dribble style I think is on power though, which is a bit upsetting because it just doesn't give you the speed boost that you want. But all around, he's still a fun card. Next up is Jim Paxson, another case of having a pretty bad dribble style. He has the base dribble style, which is just, you know, not good. His slashing stats, shooting stats, everything like that's pretty good. I think you can have some fun with him, mess around with him, but just in general, you know, he's solid. Next up is Jerry Stackhouse, whoever the hell had base 1, Jim Jackson. He's basically just a better slashing Jim Jackson with an alright 3-point shot. I mean, it's Jerry Stackhouse. He's never really amazing in 2K, but you know, he's not bad for what we're at right now. Next up is Jalen Green. I love this card. This card is amazing. I think even from the start of 2K, I think Jalen was better than Cade. Cade was just cheaper, so I kept picking him up. But now they're both around the same price, and I'm definitely just going with Jalen. I love the jump shot 22 that he has. He's just amazing slasher. He's a great size. I just love everything about this card. He carried me through the draft mode. He's an all-around demon. Next up is the man, Ruby Evan Fournier. He's got that jump shot 4 and is absolutely amazing. Now, yeah, he's a good token market card, but again, there's a lot of really good shooting guards, especially ones you can get off the token market. I just don't really think you should be getting Evan Fournier. He's good, he's alright, his defense kind of suspect, but, you know, all around not bad. Plus, once we get Devin Booker, we're replacing him with a better jump shot 4 person, so, you know, is what it is. Next up is the man, Dickie Barnett, my guy out here. Now, Barnett has one of the fastest jumpers, I think, if not the fastest that I've seen in the entire game, which is just crazy, and it's on normal timing, which is awesome. He just does whatever the hell he wants. He's a great shooter, alright defender, pretty good slasher. All around, it's just a pretty solid 2-guard that not a lot of people actually know that he's that crazy. And with how slow a lot of the jumpers are, it's going to be great to use somebody like Barnett, who has such a fast jumper. If you tried him out, I would say give it a shot. Next up is the Diamond Terrell Griffith. I have the Diamond in pretty solid, the Ruby is still decent, and the Emerald in nothing special. All around, I just wasn't impressed with him, even the day that he dropped, and still now, I just don't think that he's that insane. He's good free card-wise, but I don't see him really making my lineup at this point, so, you know, if you have fun with him, that is great. I'm happy for you, but to me, he's just solid. Next up is Bradley Beal, who makes up for his bad defense by absolutely having insane offense. The Ray Allen jumper is amazing, and I just was not missing with Bradley Beal. It could have been a fluke game where I was just not missing an unlimited, but this card is a damn sniper. Next up, Donovan Mitchell. Now, this is ranked on the fact that you went with the Evo that gives you defense. So if you didn't do that, I feel like you kind of missed the mark. If you went with the athletic one, I think it is, for Donovan Mitchell, you can get some pretty nice stuff. Like, you get some better, speed and dunking. But I think if you go the defensive route, yeah, you're not going to finish as well. But you have an 89 perimeter, 79 defense, an 88 steal, and an 80 block. You have a bunch of amazing silver defensive badges while still being a good playmaker, still being a good shooter, and still being a good slasher. I think all around defense is just the best way to go, and I think you could solidly throw him into pretty damn solid. But if you went athletic, I'm only going to put him in still decent. So there's that. Next up is Derek White, a beautiful card. Dude, I did not miss. Derek White was one of the most money cards that I have ever used so far this year. Like, the dude just did whatever the hell he wanted, and it was so fun. Derek White's, I think, got jump shot 28, and normally it's a jumper that I don't really like, but Derek White just said, yeah, watch this, I'm going to be cash. That's with 76 three-point shot, too. But on top of that, he's a great playmaker, lacks quick first step, which I kind of hate, but has amazing defense coming with silver clamps and 87 perimeter. It is hard to get around his Derek White, so he clamps up real nice and still has a nice three-point shot, nice finishing ability, and he even has silver dimer, which you love to see. And that actually wraps up the pretty damn solid tiers. Now we can move on to the baby demons, but we're starting off with the T-Ross duo. I love these guys, man. Jump shot 70, even on the normal timing, is amazing. It's just easy to time. Plus, Terrence Ross just has that really big player build, and even though he doesn't have clamps or anything like that, he still plays great defense, still slashes the basket amazing, and is an awesome, awesome shooter. I love these T-Rosses. Easy XP as well. All around, baby demons. Like, no way around it. I love these guys. Next up is Ray Allen, who's just a better version of Paul Westphal because, I mean, he's got the Ray Allen base. Come on. He's got the Ray Allen base. He's just all around really good. Now, I didn't put him in the demons here just because I didn't think he had the defense to really keep up with a lot of these guys. I would use Ray Allen myself, and he just kind of felt not as good as some guys you'll see up here. But he's still an amazing card. He's a bit expensive, I'll say that. But all around is solid. Next up is the man Otis Birdsong from the Exchange. And I didn't realize how good Otis was until I went through and looked for this tier list to make the video. He's crazy, man. He's got a bunch of gold badges, including glue hands, quick first step, and needle feather. Has bronze clamps and menace. Has gold pick dodger. Has some amazing finishing. A good three-point shot. Good dunking. Good speed. Good everything. Has the quick dribble style. And the Trae Young signature combo to speed boost the hell out of it. This card's actually disgusting. I would love if he was a PG because he is only 6'3", but all around this card is amazing. So definitely one of those exchanges that is quite worth it. Next up is Michael Cooper. You know what you're getting. He has that Derek White jump shot 28 and then has gold clamps. I mean, if you want a lockdown card, you got Michael Cooper and nobody's getting around him. That's just how it is. Next up is Luka Doncic. Has a pretty suspect release. It is what it is. They changed Luka's release from 29 or whatever the hell it was last year, and then to Exum, and now it's just Luka Doncic. So I'm assuming he came into the lab and did his thing. But even though his defense is obviously pretty suspect, this guy got 37 gold badges. Is 6'7" with a 6'8" wingspan. It's an amazing slasher, amazing playmaker. Still has good stats, and I think is a really fun card. You're gonna get burnt on defense, but he makes up for it in offense. And once you get the jumper down, I think it's not that bad. He's just not the most amazing speed booster because the base dribble style sucks. Next up is Jerry Sloan, who I think base set card-wise is the highest badged card in the game for base set, which is kind of crazy because, I mean, it's Jerry Sloan. He's got jump shot 40, which is a really nice, easy-to-time jumper. At least for me personally, I've just been money with it. And on top of that, at 6'5", he's still a good size. Has a nice 6'8" wingspan, just has badges up the wazoo, man. I mean, he's got silver blinders, chef, limitless, lucky number 7 mismatch, expert sniper. He's got silver clamp, silver intimidator, silver interceptor, bronze dimer, bronze glue hands, hyper drive, a bunch of finishing badges, and 80 dunk. The card's crazy, okay? He's insane. I honestly would say he's one of the best base set cards that we have in the game. Next up, maybe my controversial take, but it is Sapphire Duncan Robinson. I don't know what it is about Dunky right here, but the dude doesn't miss. The dude does not miss. In the draft mode, when the flash packs with the newest packs, every single game that you would load in, Duncan Robinson was lighting you up, and you had nothing you could do about it. His dunking is great, and just inside game in general. That bronze limitless spot is amazing, plus gold blinders, catch and shoot, hot zone hunter, and sniper with good gold glue hands. The dude just, he didn't miss. You can't actually add bronze clamps to him, but his defensive stats are kind of meh anyway. So while you're getting burnt on offense, if you're giving up twos, for all the threes in the world. This Duncan is crazy. Plus, he has his jumper on quick and has the shifty dribble style. I absolutely love this card, and it was a fight to not put him into Demon because as a Sapphire, he honestly is the best in the game. Next up is Diamond DeMar DeRozan, who, if you add a three-point shoot and a good coach boost, actually is a pretty good shooter with that trade break base. Pretty solid defender, and all around is one of the more fun cards to use in the game because you gotta work on that mid-range game. And let me tell you, if you get used to the hop dribbles and the spin jumpers, this DeMar DeRozan will feel like the best card in the game because he does not miss from the mid-range, like at all. Plus, he's a great slasher with really good speed, but that 92 midi means he doesn't miss. He has the shifty dribble style as well, and just all around is amazing. I had so much fun doing it, and I didn't expect to. Plus, you had a Clamps and Intimidator, and boom, you get yourself a really, really good 2 card. So go DeMar, and a very underrated card, I'll say as well. Next up, D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he just gets buckets. Doesn't play defense and just get buckets. Same thing as everybody else. And that D-Lo jumper is slow, but it's money. Next up is my man Brian Winters. Carried me through some triple tech games. He's just an absolute god. One of my favorite cards in the game. I love using him. Jump shot 32 on quick. Same as that Sapphire Seth Curry. He doesn't miss. Man, as soon as I got this Brian Winters, I threw him in and was running my money play. Check out the videos if you haven't with money play. And the dude just makes everything. Catch and shoot demon. I love this guy. He's a god. And last but not least is Diamond David Thompson, who obviously is an amazing shooter. His stats are insane. I will admit that he doesn't have the greatest of badges, especially when it comes to shooting, but silver quick for step and downhill and all of the amazing finishing badges he has, plus the fact that he has insane stats like a 95 driving, 85 standing dunk, 77 shot 3, and 90 wins in the speed. It makes up for it. David Thompson, he's a god. And finally, we can start off our D material. We're starting off with Ron Boone, who is no longer in the vault, and it hurts my heart so much, man. I tried like hell to get this Ron Boone, or at least I played 200 games to try to get Ron Boone because the dude's crazy, man. 6'2", 6'3" wingspan. He has amazing playmaking badges like gold quick first step, quick chain, and downhill, and has gold ankle braces and clamps, which is crazy. He's an amazing finisher. He's an amazing shooter with the PG base. He has the quick dribble style. It's the Baron Davis signature combo. Like, Ron Boone is top tier, plus the fact that he can play the PG, it's over. Next up is maybe my favorite card in the game, Diamond Richie Guerin. This card doesn't miss. He has the jump shot 4, and this is why I just don't recommend getting Evan Fournier, because if you just play domination, you get Richie for free from completing the East in all time. And the dude doesn't miss. I've been able to literally hit whatever shot I want, no matter what the contest is. The dude averages like 15 in unlimited for me, and it's just an absolute insane card. Plus, even without clamps, his defense is great. He's super quick. I all around just love this Guerin card, and if you haven't actually got him, you need to give it a shot. Next up is Money Mitch Richmond, jump shot 22, absolutely crazy. If you had fun with Sapphire Jalen Green, just imagine this guy on roids, and you got Mitch. Arguably the only pink diamond token market card worth too much. All around is a great card. Next up, Ruby LaMelo, jump shot 81, literally does not miss. He is an amazing playmaker as well, plays the 2 and the 3, amazing, good slasher, good shooter, alright defender, and just an amazing playmaker. I love the fact that LaMelo can run the PG when my PG gets a little gas before the subs come in, and it's just great. This card is amazing. Next up is Amethyst Jason Richardson, and all around a beautiful card. Dude just got everything, man. When it comes to Amethyst cards, Jason Richardson is honestly up there with some of the best. 6'6", 6'11" wingspan, Hall of Fame, limitless takeoff, gold glue hands, great shooting badges, and the fact that you can add basically any badge that you want to in shooting, playmaking, and defense is great. Give him the clamps, give him a quick first step. You're going to have a fun time with J. Rich. But again, his dribble style is a little meh. And last but not least are both of the Dwayne Wades, the signed and not. Now, the signed is better, let's be honest. If you go from gold to Hall of Fame quick first step, that is a massive upgrade. Now, is it worth the, last time I checked, 50K difference? No, not at all. But they both have the same badges besides that. They have gold clamps. They are amazing playmakers. They are insane slashers. And honestly, I used the non-signed Dwayne Wade, and defensively, the card was just literally the best shooting guard that I've used, other than Andre Robertson. It was crazy. I had 8 blocks in a game of triple threat offline with Dwayne Wade. He's just disgusting. So all around, both of these are S tier or Demons tier, but if you have the extra MT, this one is slightly better, although I don't think it's worth the price. But that's just me. If you guys did enjoy the video or just enjoyed the tier list, hit the like button down below. I am going to cover all of these up, so people have to go back a little bit, because I know you guys are skipping to the end of the tier list just to see everything. It is what it is. Hit the like button down below. If there's anybody you think I should move up or down, let me know down in the comments, or anybody that I missed in the tier list, let me know down in the comment section below. Hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel. We are on that road to 15K subscribers. I'm going to be on the road later today, so if these videos are a bit late, I apologize, but I'm doing what I can. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.